Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm actually going to be talking about the advantages of either selling on the eBay platform or the local marketplace. Kind of something different about me, if you guys don't know, is I don't flip all my phones on eBay. I honestly only flip about 40% because I like the quicker cash and quicker turnaround time for selling on the local marketplace, but there is advantages to both selling on eBay and the local marketplace. So let's get into the video. So first, I'm actually going to be talking about the local marketplace and 3 advantages that come with it. So the first is quicker cash. So if you're selling on the local marketplace, you can buy a phone and literally get the cash in your hand literally within minutes if you sell it. If you buy it at the correct price, low enough, and sell it at a price that's reasonable and what your market in your local town is buying them for. So like if I buy an iPhone 6 for $60, I can literally turn it around for $120 literally within the same day, providing that it's usually not carrier. And like for me, phones that are older generations, most people have like the smaller carriers like Cricket and Metro PCS in my town. So if I can find phones like that, they will literally flip probably once I list it within 30 minutes or less, which is kind of nice. So I'm getting that cash turnaround and I can literally go deposit the profit the same day, and I mean I'm making $60 in 5 minutes of work. Second advantage is you don't have to deal with returns. And yes, you're having good customer service, but with eBay, especially if you have returns accepted, if somebody simply doesn't want it, you'll have to issue a refund to them. But even if no returns and the phone ends up being defaulty, you're going to have to take on that return and you're going to get negative feedback and all that stuff. Whereas if you're on the local marketplace and obviously if they don't want it anymore, I don't really take it back. It's kind of like sell it and no return policy. But if there is something defective with it, I'll take it back and deal with it on my end and probably just end up flipping it, making a little loss on eBay or something like that. But again, you want to keep and build that brand. But the third point that leads me to is actually you're able to build your brand. If you're selling on eBay, yeah, you can get an eBay kind of top rated seller working towards that goal. But one thing I preach and how you can become successful in this business is having things like business cards. And the only way you can have something like that is if you're building a brand around your name. And that's how you're going to become the main seller and main person that people go to in your town via referrals. That's if you build your brand and have good customer service. Therefore, they're leaving reviews for you. Maybe you're creating a website and you direct people there to actually review you. Whereas if you're selling on eBay, you can't really direct any buyer to that website. I don't think eBay would like that because you're taking them off the platform. Something I haven't tried, but I'm guessing it wouldn't work. And now we're going to talk about eBay. So the first one is obviously you don't have to meet with somebody. Whereas if you're meeting on the local marketplace, you actually have to meet with somebody, and obviously these are people you don't know, so it could get pretty sketchy. And it's probably more of a waste of your time if somebody doesn't buy that phone simply because they're not interested or they misunderstood that it was this carrier when it's actually this. Stupid stuff like that, but you just have to go home, take pictures, and list it, and you ship it out. You never meet the buyer, and then everything goes, money goes in your account, and you don't have to worry about it unless something's defective with the phone. Second would be the quicker inventory turnaround. Typically, in my experience selling on the local marketplace, I have to hold the phone usually about a week, and as I said in my other videos, you guys know if it doesn't sell in a week, then I'll go sell it on eBay. But I typically hold it a lot longer, whereas on eBay, I only never do like 7-day listings. I only do 3-day fixed or auction. So if it sells, obviously I'm going to try to price it reasonably so it does sell within that time. The phone gets shipped out within 3 days, and usually on the local marketplace, I'm holding a phone. I can obviously hold it for like 15 minutes and go sell it, but in my experience, I hold most phones for about anywhere between 3 to 7 days. So that quicker turnaround time is kind of nice on eBay. And again, not having to meet with anybody. And the third point is I typically make more money on eBay, even though the 10% fee. I take that 10% fee always into account with the prices I'm offering. Going out and buying, like people sending me messages about their phone, I'll take that $100 profit and then add on another 10% subtracting from that price to offer that certain price. So I hope that makes sense. But basically, like I take into account that 10% into the price that I'm offering somebody to buy the phone, knowing that 10% is going to come off. So I'm still making $100 profit on each phone or greater. So I typically do make more money. And yes, obviously these are base-to-base, case-to-case situation. Sometimes I will make a lot more money. I've made like some of my phones, like the iPhone 8 Pluses, sometimes for some reason in my town I get a lot of them. Once in a while, again, I always list on the local marketplace, but I'll make like 50, 60 bucks more selling local marketplace. Hence I have to find the right buyer, but obviously if it doesn't sell, it's on eBay, and 220 bucks isn't that much. But if I sell on the local marketplace, I've seen closest $280, $300 returns on a single phone, which is pretty nuts. This is just a side income that I do. So take those points into consideration. I definitely, if you're a beginner, recommend starting on the local marketplace, simply because eBay limits restrict you. But list 2 or 3 phones on there. Try to show them that you are reaching the $1,000 limit on eBay. And then obviously if you have good track record, you're selling good phones, they'll increase your limits to like 5,000, I think is the next thing they'll bump you up to. But list 2, 3 phones, and then the rest you do that month. Simply list on the local marketplace, and once you start to get traction on eBay, your limits get higher, you can slowly start to transform your business into an eBay business. For me, at my point, obviously I'm not that big, but I do sell a decent amount of phones on eBay, as I said, about 40%, and then the 60% is on the local marketplace. And after college, I don't know, I'm going to be moving, so obviously I don't know what the market's going to look like, but I'm going to adapt to it. This is a business model where you have to adapt to the people around you in the town that you live in. So not a problem, just have to deal with it. There's advantages to both. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give a like if you enjoyed the video. If you haven't joined that Facebook group, I have a link down below called the Phone Flipping Mastermind. Have a couple people in there, going to be starting on Monday, posting. Just want to get traction so people can actually comment and ask questions. And then the Instagram is also below. 1-minute videos. I hope you guys have heard this spiel before, but thanks again for all your support. I've been very grateful for all the new subs that I've gotten. Growing pretty quickly, which is pretty sick, giving me a lot of motivation. With that said, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.